Hello world! My name is Pieter Jan. I'm 27 years old and I live in Belgium. 1.5 years ago I decided to quit my job in freight forwarding to go pursue a career in software development instead. But here's the thing, I'm still working at my old job full time. You see, I decided that the best course of action would be to get a degree in computer science so that I could easily get into my new field. But since I can't go to class, I'm forced to study at night and in the weekend. That's what this channel is going to be all about. What it's like to work a full-time job and study at the same time. The challenges and sacrifices, but also the moments of victory. I'll tell you about my experiences and how I managed to get it all done. I'd also love to hear from you guys. If you're pursuing a distance education or you knew somebody who's doing something similar, please let me know. As a freight forwarder, I'm part of a team that organizes the transport and storage of goods, primarily by road, so hence trucks to tech. I might go into more detail in a future video, but suffice to say that it's a challenging job that's taught me a lot about how to balance the interests of your customers and your suppliers, as well as how to build and maintain good relationships with them. But honestly, over the years, I've realized it's not the type of job I want to be in. First of all, road transport in Europe is quite ill. Fraud and social dumping are rampant, and it's difficult to turn a profit. Honestly, I don't blame the transport companies, because it's quite easy to get a driving license and to buy a truck, and as a result, customer demands are extremely high and the margins are razor thin. Secondly, it dawned on me that I just wasn't passionate about the job. I mean, to me it felt like I was cleaning up sewage all the time, not like I was building something. And if I was looking at job postings for similar jobs in the sector, in warehouses, at the docks, as a dispatcher, none of those jobs ever made me feel like, yeah, that's what I want to do 9 to 5 for years on end. Better stick to the devil you know. The final straw for me was when I discovered that out of all of my friends, I was the one with the lowest pay, even though I was the one who'd been working the longest. And sure, there were 2 guys who had a better degree than I had, but still, even the guy who'd been working for merely 6 months was making more than me. I'd had enough. So here I was in my mid-20s, in a career I didn't particularly enjoy, and I wondered, what do I want in life? What do I want to spend 8 hours a day doing? I was born in the early 90s and I grew up alongside of the internet. I've always been fascinated with technology, and I was always in awe of what I thought that it might one day accomplish. That wonder for technology has never truly gone away. So if I was passionate about technology, why did I pursue a degree in business in the first place? Well, there are 2 reasons. First of all, I was afraid that my lack of math skills would get me killed. And secondly, well, you know, I was young, and I let myself be persuaded by my friends and people I knew that business would be a better choice for me, in particular logistics. It was clear that I needed a change. I have only one life to live. Do I really want to spend it dreading every next Monday? No, I didn't. I wanted to contribute to technology, to help solve real-world problems and make the human experience a better one. If that meant I had to spend a few rough years, then so be it. Besides passion, and let's face it, some geek chic, there was another reason that I wanted to switch to tech. Automation. You see, I'm one of those guys that's convinced that most jobs will have been automated by the end of the century. A lot of people think I'm overly optimistic about the capabilities of technology and robots, but then again, people don't like to think that their job could be done by a piece of silicon. We're like frogs sitting in a pot of water, and the water is slowly warming up. Computers are already trading our stocks. Self-driving cars are already better than human drivers. And we've now got robots like Bachelor who are capable of learning tasks just by watching them. I might as well join Skynet while I have the chance. So at the end of 2015, I enrolled in a bachelor's in applied computer science at University College of Ghent. And so far, I think I've managed rather well. I've completed the first year and never had to take an exam twice. Oh, and maths? Yeah, I spent 2 months during the summer to catch up on maths, and honestly, I haven't had many problems with it since. Who knew? Maths can be doable. So 3 weeks ago, I started the program's second year. Now, in the first year, you're going to master all of the basics. You're going to see your computer architecture, how packet-switched networks work. You're going to see the basics of object-oriented programming and design, some web development. You're going to have some more theoretical courses like your maths and your problem solving. But the second year is all about specializing into a specific field. You can choose either programming or networking. I went with programming, who'da thunk? But it's gonna be tough. My personalized curriculum is like 3/4 of what a full-time curriculum is. And keep in mind, I'm working full-time next to that. It's going to be hell, especially as I'm also going to have to complete a group project and several papers and essays as well. You're probably wondering, why take the long route? Why not do a coding bootcamp? Or find an employer who's offering a training program? Or hell, just start at some bottom line help desk job and work my way up from there? And you're right. What I'm doing is by far the most difficult way to get into software development. Let me explain. Starting at the very bottom of the ladder and working my way up wouldn't work. My salary would fall back to that of a complete beginner, and I have financial responsibilities to fulfill. I simply can't do it. Besides which, a lot of the people who are completing the program alongside me, who have got such a job, but who can't advance because they don't have the degree. So that's a no-go. So what about employers who are offering training for non-IT people who want to get into programming anyway? Well, there's quite a lot of them now, because employers are desperate for IT personnel, but they can't find them, so a lot of them are organizing their own courses. Even though I've had the chance to join 2 of these programs, I'm hesitating in doing it. I'm skeptical. Turns out that a lot of them are just teaching you the bare necessities to do the job that they want you to do. On top of that, from what I've heard, quite a few of them are teaching you archaic languages that are barely used anywhere else. So at the end of it all, you're stuck in a job with a limited skill set that is not in demand anywhere else. Thanks, but no thank you. And regarding bootcamps, they're not really a thing in Belgium, and even if there were, they're expensive and they require you to take months off of work. Again, which I can't afford. That leaves me with getting a degree in distance education as the best option. After all, tertiary education in Belgium is rather cheap. So, there you have it. The brief story of why I'm studying applied computer science in distance education. In this vlog, I'll try to cover all aspects of my life. How to balance work responsibilities and my studies, how it affects my personal relationships, what methods I use to study as efficiently as possible, and how I manage to avoid complete and total burnout. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've got something to say about this topic, leave me a comment, and I'll see you later. I did mention that I'm Belgian, right? I can confirm that the rumors of our love of beer are completely founded. What I've got with me here is a nice Westmalle tripel. This beer is brewed by the monastery of Our Lady of the Holy Heart, which in Flemish is Onze Lieve Vrouw van het Heilig Hart. The monastery became part of the Order of the Trappists somewhere around 1836. This guy, the Westmalle triple, considered the mother of all triples, has been brewed since about 1934, and it is one of their most well-known beers. It's a strong golden ale of about 9.5 ABV. This is one of my favorite beers to drink. Alright, cheers guys! I'll have this while I'm editing my first vlog.